Let me know if we're live now. I just fixed it. See if that worked.
So, Rav, where does The Natural sit for you, and what's your favorite Robert Redford movie?
Oh man, Robert Redford movie.
I mean, he did a ton of really good ones.
Favorite Robert Redford movie for me was the Indecent Proposal. Well, with the great Robert Redford movie he was in with Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson and all that. The premise of that was just awesome. That
the one where
it really was. I really enjoyed that. So, like, would you let actually somebody sleep with your wife for $1 million? Like,
back
we all have
maybe.
thought about that.
Back then, maybe. Up here now,
I think the $1 million would win with a lot of people. Like, so
me.
Not today's economy.
I don't care if it was today's economy or not. And no.
I think a lot of people. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I hear that point, but yeah, like I think a lot of people would take the $1 million. The Natural, I thought was phenomenal. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If they were just dating, I think a lot of dating guys would do that. If they're married and truly love their wife, if they're married and truly love their wife, I don't see how any man could let any man buy into his wife's pants.
I think a lot of men
would. That's a whole different discussion.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree. I'm not saying I would, but I'm just saying a lot of men would. I think if I gave you said $1 million is enough money. So if I make it 10 million, would you? Right? You say no. What if I made it 20 million? Right? What if I made it 100 million? Right?
You could have said I'm gonna get to the point. No, you could have said I hit the Powerball the other night for 1.7 billion, and I wouldn't do it.
I don't know about that. See, you're saying that from a position of it hasn't happened. But if somebody offered you $7 billion to do that, do you think about it? I'm not saying you would or wouldn't. I don't know, but you think about it. Anybody?
What's up, Keegan?
Yep. But anyways, you were getting into The Natural.
The Natural, I think, was an outstanding baseball movie. I think like this was probably the biggest thing that I even watched Robert Redford. And I mean, The Natural, that story of a guy coming from nowhere and being this great hitter, just doing whatever he wanted to do on the field, being an older guy, not knowing anything about him. That's probably the one thing that wouldn't happen nowadays, where you would not know anything about a guy and he just comes on the field and they would never go for that. But I thought Robert Redford was great in that movie.
If you actually think about it, that story was loosely based off of Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Loosely, yeah.
Yeah.
Adam, where are you at with Robert Redford? Where are you at with The Natural? And then what's your favorite Robert Redford movie?
Probably The Natural.
Okay.
Here's the problem. Like, I saw The Natural because it was a sport movie. I know I saw Basic Instinct, but I don't recall any actors in it. So I'd really have to do research and see what movies he was in, but I know he was in that one. So I just liked The Natural. I thought it was a really good baseball movie. Especially whenever it kind of like Major League kind of stole off it a little bit too, how the manager hated the players and everything else. And then all of a sudden you guys are saying it was kind of based off of Babe Ruth. So it was kind of like, baseball movies kind of trickled down a little bit.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I'll bring in Joe.
Another city heard from. All right, Joe, let's hit you right off the bat with a big question.
All right.
Where do you rank The Natural in the lexicon of sports movies, and your favorite Robert Redford movie? We're doing this because, of course, he passed away this morning.
Yes.
At the age of 89.
Wow. Tough question because I'm not a real movie person here. Now, I do like The Natural movie, but I could probably name at least 5 that I enjoy more. Although upon saying that, if you're asking me for a favorite Robert Redford movie, I'm going to go with that one because, again, not knowing, movies too much. And here's one that, again, I had recently gotten married at the time. So, chick flicks were part of the territory. And I can't even remember the name of this movie, but he was like a newscaster. This was older. This was like in the mid 90s.
A
Celine
Few
Dion.
Good Men. A Few Good Men.
Was it that one? And he was a newscaster.
Well, you've got that one, and then you've got
You can't handle.
It was called
the
Up
truth.
Close and Personal.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about the one with Woodward and Bernstein. My bad.
Yeah, this
He
was
was in
more
that
of a chick flick. He played with the blonde actress that I can't remember her name. Celine Dion had the theme from it. It was from like 1996, and that was a very good one. I thought he did a great job. And again, he was obviously much older in that movie. But probably, if I had to guess one, I'd say The Natural is my favorite. But as much as I did enjoy that, I could probably think of 5 or 6 baseball or sports movies I enjoy more than that.
I'm with you on that with The Natural. I mean, I definitely Field of Dreams is my favorite, hands down, no questions
Me
asked.
too. That's my all-time favorite.
Sandlot, Major League, Rookie of the Year, that kind of thing.
Hoosiers.
But my favorite Robert Redford movie, and Joe, you're going to be familiar with it. Jeremy, you probably are, and Rav, you will be too. Adam, you're too young, I think. You guys remember The Sting?
I thought about that. I was gonna say that, but yeah, I probably I was a little young when that came out. Probably like only 8
It was
years
too.
old. But
Robert Redford was actually in Endgame out of the Avengers as well.
You all knew this. I didn't.
No, I didn't know that fact. But The Sting, I almost said The Sting instead of The Natural. But
Up Close and Personal was the movie Joe was talking about. That was the title.
Yes. Yeah, from 1996.
So Adam also has one that he wants to throw out there. So Adam, the floor is all yours, dude.
We got to give a moment for Charlie. It's just painful. It still is to me. He was a podcaster just like us guys, and he opened the floor, let people speak their mind. Obviously he had conversations with people that couldn't really be heard. And then he had answers for these people. He has people praying, and I'm going to miss him. I am. I watch his podcast every day not like I watch his shorts really, but it was something I watched every day just to get, want to be that big one day. That'll be fun. Take all you guys. But like the one thing that opened my eyes the most about all this, is it safe to speak your mind? Is there really someone that crazy like this, or was this a big op? Obviously, they had a Discord for this, and anyway, I'm not getting into all that, but that's just what I heard this morning. There was a Discord up over 20 plus people all involved in this. So I don't really have any answers, but I know Charlie, he was a good guy, military service. So I'm going to miss him. That's just me.
He definitely had his pulse on the younger part of the country, the under 30 crowd, especially, which made a big difference in the last election.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anybody else? All right. So now we get into the fun and frolic of the sports world. In case you guys haven't noticed, we got about a week and a half left in the regular season of Major League Baseball. And the last time that I looked, we got ourselves a couple of decent little races going here. And I want to get you guys' opinions on some of these, because as we speak at 8:12 Central, 9:12 Eastern on Tuesday, the 16th of September, the Seattle Mariners are a half game up on the Houston Astros in the American League West. The Los Angeles Dodgers are only 2 games up on the San Diego Padres in the National League West. And the real insanity happens when you look at the wild card, especially in the National League, because the Mets, the Diamondbacks, the Reds, and the Giants are separated by a total of 2 games. So which of these races are you most intrigued about in terms of between now and 2 weeks from this past Sunday? Joe, you want to go first?
I will, because I'm a Mets fan, and we had this thing in the palm of our hands. And, you know, and I said this a couple of weeks ago. I said, I still think the Mets are going to make this because the only team that was really chasing them at the time, this is maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, was the Reds. And I thought, you know what? I don't fear the Reds. They're not ready for prime time yet. As bad as the Mets are playing, I still think they're going to take this. But all of a sudden, they still kept playing bad. And then all of a sudden, the Giants and the Diamondbacks snuck into the mix. And I said, you know what? I do have a much greater fear of those teams just because of the talent levels and things like that. So I don't know. I looked at ESPN yesterday, and they're still giving the Mets a 75% chance of being the playoff team here. And not just because I'm a fan. I think I ultimately, you know, believe that. I think they're ultimately going to be the team that, you know, takes that third wild card spot. But certainly, as a Mets fan, I certainly know this, that nothing is guaranteed. And certainly those teams are, you know, the Mets are hanging on with their fingernails, whereas you got the teams like the Giants and the Diamondbacks and even those Reds that I thought were going to go away and weren't ready for prime time, charging and fighting like crazy and thinking they're the team that's going to get in there. So that's the most intriguing to me, you know, just being a Mets fan. And, you know, I'm a little worried about it, to be honest with you, because, again, my team's barely hanging on. These teams are charging with momentum, even though I think the Mets will still end up taking it.
Well, and part of that ESPN confidence may be the fact that, yes, they've got the Padres right now, but they've got 6 games against Washington and Miami that should be, operative term, should be,
Yes,
you know, should be wins. And then, of course, they've got 3 in the middle of there at Wrigley. But, you know, I just think that when you sit there and you look at it, yeah, I'm with you. It's going to be tough for the Mets. Jeremy, where are you at with this whole thing? I mean, the Motor City Kitties have pretty much got that division just by the tail, literally.
I think we're playing the Guardians right now, if I'm not mistaken. And every game we win against them will actually make it 2 less that we got to have. And right now, the Guardians are leading 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th. So hopefully we come back and win it.
You've got Detroit. I'm sorry. You've got Cleveland. And then you've got Atlanta for 3 at home this weekend. Then at Cleveland for 3 first next week, and at Boston to wrap up the regular season.
And if we lose more than 7 of these, we'll end up in second place.
Yeah, there's like a 6.5 game difference between the Guardians and the Tigers, right? And so I didn't realize they were playing 6 head-to-head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got 6 head-to-head, and the Red Sox series, the Red Sox are going to be fighting for a wild card too. And then, you know, the Rangers close the season with the Guardians, and the Rangers are right there with them. So, that whole little.
I think Houston's got the toughest shot to hang on. Sorry, Jeremy.
If you look at what's going on, you think that's the toughest shot. But to win the division, the toughest shot is right here because we haven't been able to beat bad teams. It's been ever since that downfall, ever since the slump. Every time we face a bad team, we lose the series. Every time we play a good team, like look at what we just did to the Yankees.
Well, and that's the thing. You've got 9 games against good teams in the last 12.
And if we lose 5 of them, if we lose 5 of them and lose to Atlanta, we're screwed.
Yeah. I told you the other day, Adam, I don't think that Houston makes the playoffs.
No, they have the toughest schedule. They have the toughest. I would say they have the toughest schedule in the next 6 games.
Well,
they are winning. But they are winning tonight, though. They are winning right now. I thought it was 2-0. I don't know if it still is, but
no, it's still 2-0. Yeah, I know. I got the game on in the background. Then they got 3 at home against Seattle, 3 on the road against Oakland, which are not going to be easy games. And then 3 on the road to wrap up the year against the Angels, which is basically going to be 3 W's. But they're starting pitching and pitching in general.
And it looks like Alvarez just went out too.
Alvarez hurt himself stepping on home plate last night, scoring a run. He stepped and his foot slid out from under him, sprained his ankle. He's done for the regular season. But they haven't had him all year anyway, so what difference does it make?
Right.
I mean, he's only played like
I was just going to
35
say
games.
that.
I know he was my number one pick in fantasy. Trust me, I know.
Are we guys ready?
But
Are
it's
we ready for
3-0
the back?
Houston right now.
Are we ready for the backup bowl this weekend? We got
Oh,
JJ
the
McCarthy out
Cincinnati.
for 3 weeks, and Cincinnati, Joe Burrow's out for 3 months. So we got Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz. If that doesn't spell exciting.
Jake Browning actually isn't a bad backup. Look at what he did a couple years ago when he came in for Burrow. Look at what he did when he came in 2 years ago for Burrow.
Jamie.
He won the Bengals some games.
Jamie, what I'm trying to say is the ticket holders and the season ticket holders that bought their tickets expecting to see Burrow and JJ McCarthy go at it are going to be sorely disappointed. It
don't matter with the way the league is now, with the way it's set up.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about the fans.
Yeah, these season ticket holders are a bunch of loser drunks anyway. Who cares?
You're in the biggest party fan of them all, James.
Yeah, Buffalo's the party bunch. But what we were just getting into,
Pittsburgh's got to be up there, but
yeah. But what we were just getting into, Jamie, was
the season ticket holders are still going to go anyway. But go ahead, what, Rich?
Well, we were doing pennant races, and I was curious to see what everybody's thoughts were. You've got a half game difference between Seattle and Houston. You've got a 2-game difference between the Dodgers and the Padres for the division. And then when you go to the wild card, you have the Mets, the Diamondbacks, the Reds, and the Giants all within 2 games in the National League for that last wild card. Which one are you most intrigued in? Are you like Joe with the Mets? I know you're not a Mets guy, but which one of those has you most intrigued? As Rav has the white circle of hell going on.
Hey, I got to ask a question real quick. Did you guys vote for me in that poll I posted there? I don't even know what that was, but they threw that out there at me, and I didn't even know I was involved. So that pretty much says all of us. So vote me to win. I don't know, and then I don't know if we get a prize or we get extra promotion or whatever. But make sure you vote for me. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I just saw it this morning. I was like, what am I in? Anyway,
where is it?
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, neither do I.
I shared it in the huddle. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. These people sent me in a poll this morning.
Yeah, I didn't see it. See, I tell you, while he's looking at that, I'm going to say I really think the Astros make the playoffs. I think the Mariners win that division, but I think the Astros are one of the teams in the American League that gets the wild card. How far they go, I don't know, but I still think they get in at least.
J.I., is he a Yankees guy?
No, he's I think he's an Orioles guy, and he's also
I'm not really that much threatened by Houston. I mean, they're still a good team, but people got to remember it's not the same group of guys that they had when they were winning. That they were winning with Dusty Baker. It's not the same team. They haven't done it yet.
No.
They're not. It's not the same team.
Adam, where are you at with this whole thing?
We took 2 out of 3 at Houston. The Yankees did. We took 2 out of 3 from them. So
yeah, and as it sits right now, I mean, the Yankees are pretty much in control of what they're doing. They're not going to pass Detroit, but at the same time, they should be able to win the division. They're not going to catch Toronto. They're 5 games back at Toronto, and Toronto has a pretty easy schedule the rest of the way.
To be honest with you, I think with the way the parity is in the AL and the NL this year, I don't think we don't have to win the division to make a run. I think anybody can come out of the AL or NL this year. It's not like last year where the Dodgers and the Yankees were like the clear 2-cut teams. I think there's more parity in this playoffs in both leagues this year.
Well, I do like the simple fact that the wild card is 3 games. That it's not the 1-game thing. So then So then these people that lose in the wild card will quit bitching about it. Well, we only had one game. We had to travel and look, win more games. Then you don't
Win your
have to worry
division.
about that situation. Win
Yeah.
your division. Then you ain't got to worry about it. If you want to get your pitching staff lined up and all that kind of stuff, win your division. Plain and simple. I mean, the first two seeds get buys. Get that buy. It's just like in the NFL. Get that first seed. You get a buy. That kind of thing.
Except I'll say this. I'm sorry, Rich. I think it's different in baseball. I think it's different in baseball because in baseball with this new playoff system, it seems like the best teams do not get the best opportunities to win.
Last year was just an exception to the rule, Joe. Remember?
I think both Detroit and Toronto are going out in the first series for two reasons. One, because now you have a team that won their wild card series with momentum, and you get a team like Detroit and Toronto that's been sitting around for a week losing whatever momentum they have, even though they could set up their pitching. But also, and I think this would I'd be okay with this, if every series besides the wild card was a 7-game series. Because with these 5-game series, by the time the team does get going after 2 games, there's a chance they're down 2-0 and they don't have enough time to recover.
Here's the other part to that, Joe. The 3-game wild card, all 3 are played back-to-back-to-back days. The team that travels to the wild card team, that travels in the wild card playoff, they're on the road for all 3 games.
Exactly.
There's no travel in between. So you go boom, boom, boom. You have one day, and then the divisional playoffs start. So it's not like the NBA or the NHL where you got a month in between, right. Where those guys take forever and 4 days to go through the playoffs. You finish that wild card round, you have 1 day to travel, and that Friday, boom, division series starts at the higher seed or the team that got the buys place for the first 2 games, which is why I think it's going to help Detroit and Toronto, particularly Detroit. And they're a really, I got to look at the records, but they are a really good team at home.
So is Toronto.
In fact, so is Toronto, but Toronto is 50-25 at home. Detroit is 46-29 at home. The only American League team with a better home record is Seattle. So, those guys can play at home. I think they're both going to move on, to be honest with you. The way it's sitting right now, and don't tell Jeremy I said this, I think it's Detroit's to lose. Javi Baez decides to have a brain fart again and hit a $110 in the playoffs or something like that.
Scuba hurt, or is he okay now?
He's okay.
Yeah, he's pitching Thursday. So,
I was just checking.
Adam, where are you at on this whole thing, man? Yeah, where are you at on this whole thing, though, man? I mean, where are you excited about these pennant races?
I'm curious to see, like I just said, Houston. I think Houston's the biggest question, actually. But, I don't know. I looked it up. I don't even know if there is a magic number for these playoff teams yet. Is there?
Yeah, the magic number was 5.
It's 9 for the Yankees.
Yeah, the Phillies got in. They clinched.
Right, the only team that hasn't clinched the division or a star yet is the Dodgers because they're only 2 games up. And I believe they still play the Padres in one of these upcoming series down the line, I believe.
Right, and the Padres and Brewers have almost locked a playoff spot. It's just a matter of who wins the division.
Mm-hmm.
The Brewers have clinched the division. The Brewers are number 1. The Brewers have
the Brewers have clinched the division. Phillies have clinched the division. The Cubs are 99.9% as well, just like the Dodgers.
They would have won any other division except for the Central.
Probably.
No.
Or not the East. I think the Phillies.
They'd be 4 games back in the East. Yeah, they would be 4 games behind Philly, and they're 5 games behind Milwaukee.
I think this playoffs, like I said, Joe, with this format. And there's a lot of different characters in this playoff. Like I said, I think anybody this year, it's like going to be like 2023. Anybody is going to be able to come out of the AL or the NL.
Yeah, I do agree with that. It's just
like
the way
I said,
it's set up.
What the Yankees, what the Yankees finally did with their roster.
What they finally do.
No, I the reason why I'm putting so many emphasis on it is Brian Cashman was 100% right. When the guys, when they got rid of Soto last year, as good as they were last year to make the World Series, the Yankees, the thing is, they've always kind of been a great team at hitting home runs. But the one thing they haven't been able to do, and luckily they got away with it last year because they were able to cruise through the playoffs. But the one thing that they haven't been able to do, he said, we've been one-dimensional. We've been relying on the home runs. We need to be a little more athletic. And that's what they did when they got rid of Soto. They worked on their pitching, and they got more athletic. And in the deadline, they got more athletic guys who could steal bases. So now they may not be the number 2 seed, but they're coming in being able to beat you. They could be more of a 2-dimensional team now. They could get it done with the athletic ability in case Judge struggles in the playoffs. They could beat you with the home run and the running game, not just the home run. And they finally figured that out. And Cashman said it too. And he said we finally needed to do that, and he did that at the deadline.
Oh, Kerry Carpenter just
stay
tied
healthy.
it.
So
With the
Yeah, I mean,
Guardians
if
bottom of the ninth.
Hold on.
If
Hold on.
Stanton
Jeremy, what
doesn't-
were you saying? Hold on.
Kerry Carpenter just smacked a home run to tie it up. It's 3-3, bottom of the ninth, and 1 out.
Wow.
We've been great. He's like
Yeah.
we've always been great.
So
I feel like
the
why we've been short is we have
it's
a lot of that kind of
I just don't have any faith in the Yankees.
That's
I
not
don't.
what-
I still
I
think they're going to
mean-
win the World Series, to be
I
honest.
feel like they're not one.
I
They're
don't.
finally not one.
I don't trust their
The
bullpen.
player
All right.
player at the most pivotal position in
He's
baseball
now with home run.
sucks out loud. Anthony Volpe is 1,000% horrible. I don't care what anybody tries to say. The guy's hitting like a $180 since June.
But he
And
has a
yet they're
career
keeping him
high in
out.
home runs with 19.
But he's hitting a $180 and sucks at
Doesn't
shortstop.
matter. Analytics, Rich. Analytics.
They can take their analytics and throw it out the window.
Analytics
The only
matter more
analytic-
now. But you guys with this old school go out and buy the team like the Yankees used to do. Analytics matter now. That's why there's
They're
more
still
parity.
doing it.
You don't have to go out and buy the best athletes anymore like the
They're the
Yankees used
second
to
highest
do.
payroll in baseball.
No, they're
The
not
most
actually.
Okay, third.
The most important position
No, they're
on
not.
the field
Not
is
by getting rid of
shortstop.
Soto, they're not. If they had Soto, if they repaid Soto, they would have had a higher payroll.
All right. Where's the Yankees in the payroll?
That's what I'm looking.
Right.
I
but
have
they didn't.
no idea who the highest payroll is.
I'm gonna
They
go.
would've
I'm
been
gonna go
higher
the
if
Yankees.
they
I
had
mean,
I'm
Soto,
gonna go LA.
Jerry.
That's the
I'm gonna go
Mets.
Dodgers.
Oh, actually, I thought the Mets were up there.
I think it's Dodgers, Mets, and
It's
then I thought it was
Mets,
Yankees.
Mets, Dodgers, Yankees. So the Yankees are third, Jamie.
Right, and it could have been even more if they re-signed Soto and they didn't.
Valid point. But what I'm saying is
It would have
If
really
the
ballooned
most-
if they re-signed him.
the
Yeah, I
most
mentioned
important position in the field is shortstop.
Right, but guess what? Everybody, you have unreasonable expectations for him. You think he's going to be Derek Jeter, but guess what? Nobody is going to be able to replicate what Derek Jeter did ever again.
Whoa.
It's not going to happen. Every
Wait
Yankee
a minute.
fan's got to be realistic.
Can we
He's
move
not
on to
gonna
playing
be
4
Derek
quarters
Jeter,
against
okay?
Caleb
Don't
Williams
need him
and
to
how
be
bad
Derek
he sucks?
Yeah,
Do you remember who you're talking to, Jamie? I didn't like Jeter.
That's your
I
problem.
want my shortstop to do one of two things. If he does
You're a
both,
Pirates
great. If
guy.
he doesn't do any
the
of them,
Pirates haven't been relevant since Roberto Clemente.
no.
I wouldn't be talking about shortstop as a fucking Pirates fan.
Woo. Your shortstop should be one of two things.
No, but if you're going to spit on Derek Jeter, I'm not going to listen to you. You say you've been on the radio for 20 years. I hate when you say that because that makes young people like me look bad. I'm trying to get into this industry, and all you do is freaking brag about you being on the radio for 20 years. I'm sick of you doing that.
You've brought it up more than I have.
No, I haven't.
Tonight.
We'll bring it up that often.
Sick of fans like
other people do, but I don't.
You're always right.
No, but I always have a basis for my opinion.
The problem. You don't want to adapt to modern day times.
Can we talk?
But your shortstop has to do one of two things.
Can we talk?
Has to either be an excellent hitter or an excellent fielder or both. Volpe is neither.
But he has 19 home runs.
It's 162
games of the league.
For a shortstop, it's a career high for him. Jeremy, you don't understand.
For him individually. I get
guy's
wait,
only in his third year, 19 home runs. For a guy like Volpe, who's only in his third year, it's a career high for him.
Javi Baez has 26 on accident.
Nobody gives a fuck about Javi Baez. Javi Baez was shit before he had 26.
Whoa. What the fuck? You're talking about your team. I can talk about my team.
No, you can't. Javi Baez is a one-year wonder, buddy.
I don't care. He's having 26 home runs this season. You're bragging about 19 like it means something.
Right. Nobody cares about fucking Javi Baez.
Tigers fans do.
By the way, that 19 home runs puts him 8th amongst shortstops. 8th.
Dude, Javi Baez made a first baseman not touch first and throw it to him to try and get him out in the rundown.
Uh-huh.
Baez is nuts. He was crazy when he played in Chicago. He's having a great year.
He is having a nice comeback year. You got to give him that. I thought he was done.
Okay,
and he's
Jeremy,
definitely.
I apologize. You have the right to your opinion.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the top.
I apologize, Jeremy.
players.
I'm sorry.
You're fine, Jamie. I don't like when Yankees fans tell another fan they can't have an opinion about their own fucking team. That's rude and disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoops. I saw something when I'm looking at this list.
Jamie, you gotta remember.
Do you realize who is third in the major leagues in shortstops and home runs?
Because he doesn't.
Zach Neto.
That's how they are when they.
Zach Neto is third among shortstops and home runs.
Fans tell other.
How about that?
Can't have it.
Crazy.
I would have never pictured that. Trevor Story's fourth, Dansby Swanson fifth, Bobby Witt's tied with him, Corey Seager sixth, and then you got Betts, De La Cruz, Perdomo, and Volpe all with 19.
Who was 1 and 2?
Adames at 28 and Lindor at 27.
Okay.
You just wanted to brag about your Met, yeah. That's all you were waiting for.
No, that's not why I asked the question. I thought he was close, okay? But I don't blame you for thinking that, but no, I was just curious.
Oh, I don't care. I like
the crazy part is Perdomo
I'm wearing
an
Indians hat tonight, so of course I grew up, a Lindor guy.
Perdomo and Story almost have 100 RBI. So does Bichette, but he's done for the regular season. Right. But Geraldo Perdomo has 97 RBI.
Wow.
So,
James, we're done arguing if you want to stick around. Yep, Jeremy, we lost one of your followers tonight.
Yeah, probably. It happened. Hey, Adam, I did put a picture in there about Caleb and Ben Johnson for you and driving to the top if you want to load it in as an overlay.
Calling me a blowhard, James. That's really nice of you. I apologize to Jeremy, and you're gonna do that. You're gonna stoke the fire, James. I apologized.
Thanks, James, for trying to view. I appreciate you.
Jeremy, that's hilarious.
Put it on the
I
overlay.
just love
can I-
him.
Come on.
I'm always
Do
the
it.
ass. That's the problem.
So,
Put it on
can
the
I really
overlay.
get you guys fired up? I got to
Yeah,
get you guys fired up on this one
let's
now.
go.
I really got to. Raleigh or Judge? MVP.
You know what? I'm logging off, guys. I can't take this no more.
What?
I mean, it's a legit question. It's a legit
I need
question.
to calm down. Just hold on.
You talking about Riley Green?
Yeah, no problem. No. Raleigh or Judge?
I need to calm down.
Carl Raleigh, the catcher for Seattle.
Right back, guys.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
Cal
probably going
Raleigh.
to go to Raleigh just because he's a catcher and he's hit 54 bombs,
Right.
and he does
55,
more
yeah,
for
but today-
he honestly
If it doesn't-
does. He honestly does more for a team because he's the catcher. He's involved in every pitch, every play. He's got to know everything going on. If they're going to give the MVP finally to a catcher, this would be the year to do it.
He actually hit a second one tonight. He's at 56.
Wow.
56.
So he's past Mickey Mantle. The only thing that I could, and I don't know what you guys think about this, the only thing that I could see really
There you
hurting
go,
him
Jerem. There you go.
is
Yeah, I know.
Josh
his
just brought
batting
it up.
average.
I know. I talked about this earlier in the show, Josh. It was pretty funny. But Jamie's
ahead.
gone off the rails. We might want to mute him for a minute because I can still hear him bitching from the bathroom.
I'll mute him. Hold on.
Joe, what do you think?
Tough call. I
Oh,
think
now
you
he's
do
back.
have to go with Raleigh on that. You know, just because of would the Yankees be where they are? I think the Yankees are more likely to be where they are, you know, with or without Judge. Now, again, a valuable player, of course. But where would the Mariners be without Cal Raleigh? Especially, they haven't had an offense forever, right? Since, you know, Edgar Martinez and those guys were there. That was the big knock on Seattle, is they had great pitching all these years, but they couldn't score. Now, all of a sudden, they're scoring, and they got a catcher that has 56 home runs. So I think there's a big correlation with that, which is why I would probably go in that direction.
Is missing time for the injury hurt Judge too?
Yes, I think that.
Because I mean, the biggest thing that I can see as a negative on Cal Raleigh is his batting average. I mean, Aaron Judge is hitting 326.
Mhm.
Raleigh's hitting 248.
I mean, now
Yeah,
if
but
the MVP on both.
MVP goes everywhere. It's not just offensive player. That's why I
Okay,
think
I
it
got-
goes.
Okay,
I got a
Go
question.
ahead.
sure.
American League and National League, do they have their own MVPs?
Yep.
Yes,
American League, I'm giving it to Kyle Schwarber.
National
it
League.
would be National League, sir.
National League, I mean, excuse me. I think he's earned it on the Brewers because without him, they are nowhere near where they are right now.
Phillies.
It's on the Phillies, Germ.
Phillies.
He's on the Phillies, okay? Because
Yeah, he's on the
was
Phillies.
He was
but
with the Brewers at one time. Excuse me.
I don't think you could
It's a
disagree
valid
with.
point.
I don't think you could disagree with that call. I think I didn't really think about it going into this, but I think Schwarber is the guy.
Because how many home runs has he got? Isn't he just right there with the catcher from Seattle?
Schwarber's got 53. 53.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody talks about either him or Ohtani. Ohtani's got 49 and 93 RBI. Schwarber's got 53 with 128. But again, you know, Ohtani's batting average is 40 points higher. Believe it or not, Schwarber's got 10 stolen bases.
Yep.
Jamie, where you at in the National League, man? Who you got for National League MVP?
National League MVP, Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
You can make a case for that. 35 bombs, 118 ribbies. Hold on. I had him and I lost him. There he is. 268. Almost 60 walks. That's OPS of 850. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to agree with
Wonder
that
if
as a Mets fan, but it's kind of like last year with Lindor. You know, he was an MVP candidate. He was up on the list, but I think Ohtani got it right. But
you did.
You know, this year I you know, definitely Pete Alonso is going to be in the running, and certainly I would love to see it as a Mets fan. I just think, you know, these other guys, you know, like Schwarber, for example. I'm wondering what's Schwarber's OPS. Do you happen to know it?
Schwarber's OPS is 943.
Okay.
Ohtani's is 1003.
Okay.
Although, you ready for this one? They're both getting beat by a rookie. Nick Kurtz has a 1014 OPS.
Wow. Although he's American League.
He is.
I think,
but still, I mean, that's the second highest in Major League Baseball behind Judge.
Wow.
But yeah, Schwarber's right behind Ohtani in OPS, 943 to 1003. Yeah, I mean, I think it's more wide open in the National League because you could make an argument for Schwarber or Ohtani. Or, I mean, some people are making arguments for Soto, Alonso. I think American League comes down to either Judge or Kyle Raleigh, one or the other. Don't you?
Yeah, I can't see it unless, you know, Riley Green may be in the mix. But yeah, I'd say definitely between Judge and Raleigh.
So shall I go to what I think is going to be a unanimous category? How about Cy Young?
Williams sucks.
How about the Cy Young Award?
Scooball.
I agree.
I don't think it's any question in Scooball. National League, Skeens?
It's a tough one. I haven't looked at the baseball stats in a while. Wow.
Well, I mean,
most teams should be. If he was on a better team, he would be a shoo-in.
Agreed.
Yeah, although that's not like MVP where you have to be on a winning team.
Right.
You know, I think there. Yeah, I if I had to choose without really digging into it, I would go in that direction.
I mean, realistically, what you're looking at, he's gone 178 innings. Has a ERA. Hold on. ERA of 192, a .92 WHIP. 203 strikeouts and just 39 walks. He leads the league in strikeouts. Jesus Luzardo is second. He leads amongst qualifiers. He leads the league in WHIP. Obviously, he doesn't lead in wins. He's 10-9. What was DeGrom's record the year that he won it?
Oh my
Joe?
God. Was that
somewhere in that, like right close to 500?
Yeah, he might have even been below 500, wasn't he? I don't remember.
That's what I'm trying to remember.
You know, I remember the year Nolan Ryan was like 8-17, and he led the league in ERA and strikeouts, and should have won it. And DeGrom, you know, got absolutely no support, you know, for like a couple of years with the Mets. But that's a great question. I don't remember what his overall record was when he did win it. I know his ERA was like microscopic.
I'm trying to remember. Was that his first one or his second one?
The year he was below 500.
No, 2018.
Okay.
So I got him right here. Baseball Reference. You gotta love Baseball Reference.
It's one of the best websites out there.
You don't see.
2018, he was 10-9, had a 1.7 ERA, through 217 innings, had an ERA 1.7, a WHIP of .91. And he actually finished 5th in the MVP balloting.
Wow.
Struck out 269 and walked 46.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, should have won 20 games, but
yeah, because wasn't that the year that he got like the lowest support of any pitcher in history that qualified or something like that.
Yeah, and there was like 2 or 3 years in a
runs.
row where he got like no
What's up,
support.
Dylan?
They talked for 4 days.
What's up, Dylan?
Roosevelt told
Somebody took a Schmidt.
They-
Oh man, I got
There he
the
is.
joke and he popped in there. He went.
He's messing with us.
He's being a
He's on
jack
his
in the
phone.
box.
Just to let everyone know, Dylan's not in his normal location tonight. Apparently, he is visiting family in Illinois somewhere.
Yep.
So-
he's
Gotcha.
being a little Schmidt tonight.
So moving from Major League Baseball. So we had week 2 of the NFL this week. And as we sit at this very second, some very interesting things, including some quarterbacks getting hurt. Joe Burrow is going to be out for a few months. J.J. McCarthy is going to be out for a few weeks. Brock Purdy, who's going to be out somewhere in the middle. What quarterback injury this week most affects their team? Jeremy?
Right now, because they're 1-1, you would have to say J.J. McCarthy because this is going to hinder his development some more.
Yeah.
You left out another one. Justin Fields is probably not going to play this week either.
Yeah, he has a major concussion.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Justin Fields could be out this week. That's right. Jamie,
Tyrod
what do you
Taylor.
think?
What'd you say?
Who?
What do you think about which one of the quarterback injuries this week most affects their team?
Which one of the quarterback?
Yeah, between Burrow and Purdy and McCarthy and Fields.
Well, I mean, we're gonna
I
compare.
think it's McCarthy in Minnesota
I mean, you're looking at a team that really didn't
Because-
play anyone.
because
The Niners-
Carson Wentz, we already know who he is.
True.
I'm just
Niners
gonna leave
played-
it at that.
Oh, Adam?
the Niners played the Saints, so is Mac Jones that good, or are the Saints still that bad? No, obviously, Burn it. What the hell is the guy's name?
All right.
Joe's backup. Burning.
Jake
Browning.
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 Like
Jake
a
Browning.
Like
Browning
a
playing
Browning
the-
316.
He beat the Jaguars, so
And
He only
again,
had to throw one touchdown to do it. So, but good job
But
to
we
him
did-
for doing it.
we did see this before, so I think Browning is going to be the best one of the bunch to be replacing because he's been on that team forever as a backup, so he knows that team. All these other guys are just coming out of nowhere, kind of on a new team.
I thought Browning was a
they're
Bill at
just
one time.
because they're like
Well, Browning threw to Chase in
Yeah.
2023 when Burrow was hurt too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
Brown,
I'm
I think
assuming-
Browning's been with Cincinnati 4 years now. I think
Yeah,
this is his
that's
fourth
what I mean.
year.
Like he's a good backup role
Okay.
because he knows the team.
So it's kind of like the backup that
Mason Rudolph.
no. That the Ravens let go away. Scoop Huntley, right?
Kinda, yeah. He was there for quite a while, yeah.
He was there for 4 years on his rookie
Yeah.
contract, and every time Lamar got hurt, he went in and won games, and they at least would make the playoff.
Kind of like Cooper Rush in Dallas. But
Yeah,
Joe, what do you
but-
think?
Well, it depends on what team you're talking about. If you're talking about Los Chicos Locos fantasy football team, that would be Joe Burrow. And I figure, okay, well, Burrow's out. I'll put in my backup this week. My backup is named Justin Fields. So my 0-2 fantasy team's in a little bit of
You
trouble.
better get on
So
that waiver wire for tomorrow morning, Joseph.
I'm already on it. Drake May or Browning is my best option. So we'll see which one I get. But anyway,
God help you.
as far what's that? Yeah,
think God
it's
help
going to be a long season that way. But anyway, I agree with what Adam said. I think Browning's the best backup out of that bunch. I think the most impactful to their team is, and somebody else just said this before me, is McCarthy. Not so much because of his skill yet, but the need to develop. And Jamie and I talked about him on our show. It's like he's played 7 horrible quarters out of 8, but yet, we're not too concerned. We still think he's going to be an excellent NFL quarterback. It's just going to take some time for development. And now that development just got pushed back even more. So I think as far as overall, I think the Vikings will be the most impacted by that.
See, I honestly think it's San Francisco because if you sit there and look at it, we know what Mac Jones is. And he had some good stuff around him and didn't do anything with it. He doesn't quite have that. I mean, yes, he has McCaffrey. And yes, he will have Brandon Ayuk here in a few weeks, right? But
so.
As he sits right this second, outside of Christian McCaffrey and Jennings, what's he got? So, San Francisco fans that were looking at
if he's the backup quarterback, that means he's played with Luke Farrell and he's had some time with some of these second stringers. So he's had some time to grow into an experience with them. If you want to look at that route real quick.
That's a distinct possibility. But I just don't know, especially with that division.
Well, they're 2-0, and we'll get into that in my power rankings, obviously.
Well, yeah, but when you look at what their schedule is coming up, they got Arizona this week, Jacksonville the following week, then at LA, at Tampa.
I'm going, guys.
Atlanta at home, and then at Houston. And I think they said Purdy's 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks.
So, I don't want to do this anymore.
What's wrong, buddy?
I'm sorry, Jeremy.
It's okay.
If you don't want to invite me on my show, on your show because I did that, that's fine.
No. We're good. We talk.
Okay.
We're good. Okay. We talk. I'm fine.
Okay.
I thought we were good. I thought we were back to normal.
Yeah, we were back to normal.
Yeah.
I said what I had to say and I dropped it.
We're guys. We're guys. We get heated in the moment. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah.
That's why it's open mic. You're allowed to let loose sometimes.
And that's why when you just acted like that, it kind of threw me because I thought we were good because we already talked about other subjects since then.
No, we are good. I just want to make sure.
Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. Hey, I don't hold grudges.
Okay.
There's no grudges in sports. The only grudges there are in sports is of rival fan bases, and the only time I hate the Bills is when the Lions play them.
Exactly.
There. I got it off my chest. I said it. So when we play you again, remember, I'm going to be like, fuck you, Jamie.
That won't be until 2026.
Right. It's
next year at the new stadium.
Yep.
You'll be coming here.
Oh, there you go, there you go. But you just got a weird prediction right there. Jamie saying his team's not going to the Super Bowl.
Uh-oh. Adam brought it up, and I know hopefully you guys saw it in the message on Twitter. We may as well, it's not that hard for us to do these. So each week, let's go ahead and do it. Your top 5 power rankings. Let's go 5-1. In the words of a very wise man in terms of Stephen A. Smith, everything is fluid. So it will change from week to week. We all know this. It's going to change from week to week. Adam, since you kind of opened the door on this, where are you at with your power rankings?
So I went kind of like defense first, and then I went offense. So I went with on my defensive power rankings. I guess I went Rams, Atlanta, Chargers, San Francisco, and Vegas. And here's my reasoning on those. The Rams have let go 28 points altogether. The Falcons have allowed 29 points. The Chargers at 30.
What happened?
Green Bay and San Francisco were at 4. Sorry, guys, with 31, and then Vegas with 33. That's my defensive power rankings. I just based it off that. I felt like going a little different. But then if you look at offense, how power rankings would be, you'd still only have one team on both of these, and I'll tell you that in a second. But I have the Ravens with 81 points, the Bills at 71, the Lions at 65. It helps when you put an ass beating to the Bears. And then Indy at 62, and Green Bay made both lists at 54. So Green Bay, they might be number one just because they're on both sides of
Let me
the
post something
equation.
to Josh here.
But that's what I did, a little bit different. I don't know if that's the way you guys looked at it or not, but that was the way I looked at it.
I did mine overall, but whatever works for you, man. I mean, they're your rankings.
Well,
Jamie, what do you got?
I don't know. I really didn't have time to break it down, but I was like, I'm going to do it this
power
way.
rankings. Let's
See what
see.
happens.
Number one, I got the Eagles. Until somebody beats them, knocks them off, they're still number one.
Kelsey learns how to catch a ball. Maybe they're not number one.
They got Kansas City's got a lot more issues than that, but we don't have to. We'll move on from that. Anyway, Eagles 1. Let me see. Bills 2. Green Bay 3. I had to have Green Bay in the top 3 because they're 2-0.
Obviously.
Let me see. Those are the only 3 2-0 teams, right? Is there another one?
There's a bunch. The whole NFC West is all 2-0.
Oh, the whole NFC West? Okay.
Except for the bottom dwellers there. The
Seattle's 1-1.
Yeah, Seattle's 1-1. Everyone else is 2-0, Jim.
Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, Buccaneers, Packers, Eagles,
I have
Chargers.
Okay, so I got the Eagles 1, Bills 2, Packers 3, Rams 4, Tampa Bay 5. Because Baker's, I think Baker's Josh Allen's alter ego. He just has that reckless abandonment dog in him.
He's got Ibuka, baby.
Peekabooka, as Chris Berman would say. Anyway, which he did, by the way. If you watched Week 1's fastest 3 minutes. So Tampa Bay 5. And you said that somebody else in the NFC West is Arizona, right?
Yeah.
They're 2-0, but I'm going to put them at 7. So 6.
We're only doing 5, James.
Oh, okay. So my 5. Okay, so my 5 are, let's review. I got Philly, Buffalo, Green Bay. Green Bay. I said.
I think you said
Rams.
Rams, yeah.
And Tampa. Those are my top 5.
Okay. Cool. Jeremy, who you got?
Well, at the top, I got Eagles, then Bills, Chargers, Ravens, then Bucks. Then I got it Packers, Lions, and so forth.
Gotcha. Joe?
All right. Well, I'll go up from 5 to 1 here. Just a combination of factors. I got the Chargers at 5. Just winning games first of all, beating the Chiefs. And that's a game that so many years before the Chargers would have lost that game. The fact that they won that and dominated last night, that was impressive to me. Number 4, I got the Ravens. Again, they're 1-1, but losing to the Bills, scoring 40 points against them, I think is not a bad thing. I do have the Bills at number 3. I have the Packers, who Jamie and I talked about, a real Super Bowl contender here. Packers at number 2. And I think Jamie just said this a minute ago, until somebody beats them. And again, this team beat 2 quality opponents here. Philadelphia Eagles, number 1.
I'm going to go 5 to 1 also. I got Tampa at 5. I've got Buffalo at 4. Green Bay at 3. Philly at 2. And kind of branching off of what Joe just said, 2 division wins on the road. I got to go Chargers 1. And if they win next week or this coming week against Denver, that's 3-0 in the division right out of the box.
Maybe I picked the wrong team to go. Maybe I picked the wrong team to go undefeated in the division. I remember I said Denver would go undefeated in the division.
I mean, I don't know that they would go 6-0 though. I'm sure they would get tripped up somewhere. Probably Kansas City the second time around.
Right.
But I mean, just with what Harbaugh is doing with that team, and you can tell. I don't know if you guys see this or not. There seems to be a little different Justin Herbert on the field this year than there has been, or is it just me?
Oh
Seems to
no,
be more.
I was going to mention that. Just that
Seems to
there's
be
a
Keenan
real
Allen has come back to reality again and is a good receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And
Somebody on the
McConkey's got
radio,
another year.
guys I was listening to on the radio said the same thing about Herbert.
I think it is.
Johnson seems to have found
I think it's different in a good way. It's a Justin Herbert who keeps getting better every year, and I think with pairing him with Harbaugh is the icing on the cake. Is the icing on the cake?
Can I answer Josh?
The only thing that really concerns me.
Yes, Jeremy, go ahead.
What is Madison Beer feeding him? Canadian punani. He's getting foreign stuff, so it's doing good for him.
No, we were talking. The only thing that really concerns me about the Chargers right now is their running game. Omarion Hampton has not gotten it going yet, and Najee
can't even find a damn field.
Pretty much being Najee. You know,
Najee's got an eye on the sideline.
Well, but I mean, Hampton hasn't done much when he's been in there either.
I know.
In the first two games,
I think they throwing the ball 40 times a game. It's hard to get in rhythm.
You don't need.
Yeah, but Harbaugh is usually a guy that likes to run the ball. So Herbert throwing 40 times a game in his offense, I mean, there's good and bad to that.
How good is that O-line in Los Angeles?
It's doing better than I thought it would.
Obviously, it's not opening up the run game, but it's blocking for Herbert.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons he's doing so well, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. So this week's games, when we look at this week's schedule, there are some big games coming up. Thursday night, okay. You know, I think Thursday is going to be the annual meeting of the Hammer and the Nail, as Miami goes to Buffalo. But when we look at this week's games, I think there's some really good ones out there. I want to get you guys' input on this because I think the Rams at Philly is going to be an interesting game.
No.
I really think that the Broncos and the Chargers should be pretty good. I swear to God, if someone would explain to me how in the world America's game of the week is the Cowgirls and the Bears, someone, please, God, explain that to me. And then
I will, Big Rich. I will.
Please.
Because
do, Jamie.
Because Aaron Andrews likes to do Cowboys games on the sideline.
Okay, that's a good point.
He likes to do Cowboys on the sideline?
No,
you forgot the word games.
Games are in there. I'm sorry, I missed that.
Cowboys games.
I was like, I'm gonna have to start watching Cowboys.
She says that's her favorite ones to do. She likes going to AT&T Stadium,
which, by the way, is a nice stadium.
Brokeback Mountain.
But that game is a Soldier Field.
Said the Cowboys are actually her favorite. It is crazy, Rich. This might blow up your anti-Cowboy narrative, but on her podcast, she said the Cowboys are actually her favorite games to cover, believe it or not.
Good for her. Yeah. At least somebody likes them.
It should be a good game. I think the Bears win that game. They're due. You know, the Cowboys were very lucky to win this week, so I could see the Bears.
The Bears are not winning, Joe.
There's a disconnect.
Yeah, they are.
Let me tell you something. That win's going to motivate these Cowboys. I hate to say it, and they also figured out that George Pickens can catch the ball again.
Yeah, that defense let Russ get 450 at him.
That's going to be their issue, Rich. They're going to score a lot of points, but they're going to give up a lot of points. That they're going to be like that week to week, I think.
In all my years of watching football,
I think you're right.
The same thing. Whenever something is supposed to happen, again, that Yeah, you're right. The Bears seem like they're going nowhere. The Cowboys, won a big game and they got some things going for them. It always goes the other way. Just when you think a team is that awful and is not going to go anywhere, again, the Bears are going to win this game. I really believe that, just because they're not supposed to. You're right, Adam. There is a disconnect there.
As long as the team plays 60 minutes of football against Caleb Williams, he's not gonna win.
He's gonna fold like a cheap.
Yeah, but okay, you just answered this for yourself, Adam. The Cowboys don't play 60 minutes of football. They
just play 70
at some point in the game. They may get it back together before the end of the game, but they have a big gap inside of every single game where they play like they're Arlington High instead of the Dallas Cowboys. And that's where the problem is going to come in.
I can't be a Bears fan, guys. So this week I'm a Cowboys fan. All right.
Okay.
Oh, I will. If the Cowboys win, I will wear my Felix Jones next Tuesday. All right.
And again, I can't disagree with what you're saying.
You just threw up a little bit.
You're right, but the way things turn out in the NFL, it's often goes the other way.
I know they want Caleb Williams to win so bad. I know. I get it.
There are two teams that I pulled.
It's more Ben Johnson, Adam,
Pittsburgh.
We can agree to disagree.
The Pittsburgh Steelers and whoever's playing Dallas. I don't care if it's Baltimore playing Dallas. I'm pulling for Baltimore. The one and only time every couple of years. Hey, he's playing the Cowboys. That's how I can.
Hey, I became a fan on Monday.
I have not cheered for the Cowboys in easily 40 years. I've cheered for individual
Cowboys,
players.
Rich.
Oh yeah, that's Patty Grimes from right here in Grand Blanc, Michigan, just down the road from me.
I didn't know you were a cheerleader, Rich, back in the day. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Hey, I actually did. You guys ever heard of powder puff football?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Your girl high school football.
I was cheerleader in powder puff football. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, that's so cool to know.
My senior year, the girls played football and the guys were the cheerleaders.
Did you at least shave your legs for that?
I did. I had the little the cheerleader skirt and the whole works. I did.
No, you didn't. Jesus.
My daughter played in that powder puff game.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, our cheerleaders and our drill team was called the Texans. And they played in the game, and the guys were all drill team and cheerleaders. I just ended up being a cheerleader. I wanted to do drill team, but
I'd rather
be a 7-foot cheerleader. All right.
Too.
You probably stood out in that little skirt too. How that rich.
Little play on words.
Not really. When you had four guys that were at least 6'4", 270 in skirts and cheerleader outfits. I didn't stand out too much.
All right, Rich. So here's your goal for next week, and then we'll let Jeremy say what he has to say. You need to find that picture and put it on the screenshot here next Tuesday.
I have no idea where.
Are you going to put Caleb Williams picture up? Because since we're talking about Chicago, let's talk about the review of the week 2 right there in that game. The little picture that I sent you there, Adam, in the driving to the top.
I don't know how to put it up, Jeremy, without logging in through this other account.
Oh, all you gotta do is hit overlay on your. You're not logged in on your computer in the Twitter.
No.
And I really wish Ken the Bear fan was here tonight so that you guys could be talking about this.
He was live this morning, was he not, Jeremy?
No, he was not. He's still. This is the night.
I thought I saw him sitting in a hotel room.
Maybe you saw him in the hotel room before he got on the plane.
For his show this morning?
Yeah.
I thought I saw him sitting on a hotel room.
He was flying home tonight.
Oh, I thought I saw him sitting in a hotel room this morning live.
You might have, but he was flying home tonight is what I'm getting at.
Gotcha.
And while you guys are talking about that, I am powder puff when it comes to staying up late here. So I'm going to have to bail out as it's 10:15. So
you go full circle, Joe.
There we go. So yeah, it's bedtime and dealing with 8th grade kids here.
I have to ask, did anybody think the Lions looked like they missed Ben Johnson this week?
Not after this week.
No, but I think Jeremy, that's going to be one hell of a freaking rivalry though when those two meet. Especially after this game.
And I think all teams playing against the Packers are going to have the same difficulties that the Lions had their game one. So I think they proved that was more of a Packers issue than a Lions issue.
Hey, Jeremy, go ahead, Jeremy. Then I'll say what I was going to say because it has to do with Josh's post here.
The week one issue was our O-line not gelling. And I said, wait a week or two. Let's see what happens. Because if you look in that Minnesota game versus Chicago the week before, Chicago has a good front four. They were getting pressure in that game on J.J. McCarthy. They forced an interception early in that game. They got 4 sacks against Goff. But the difference was we were able to use the run game, and we were able to use the play action. We were able to take deep shots down the field. We had time in the pocket. Goff was 23 of 29, and he was sacked 4 times.
So, all right. But listen, guys, I'm going to head out.
Hey, Joe.
Appreciate it, Joe.
Appreciate you having me on. And
how do people get you, Joe?
Joe Dell Sports, Twitter X, and then, of course, our Buffalo Sports Conversation Room on this network Tuesday nights at 8 Eastern.
All right.
Sounds good, Joe. We'll see you maybe next week.
Yeah, I should be around next week, or if not that one, then the week after. But I'll try to make as many as I can.
All right, buddy.
So, all right, you guys have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a great night, Joe. See you next week.
Thanks for having me
You
on.
too. See you later.
Good night, Joe.
So how about that Isaac Tesla there, Adam?
Well,
He's been targeted 3 times. He's got 2 catches, both of them one-handed.
Nice.
yeah, he's doing good. Just he needs more involved.
Well, this week he was way more involved because the week before versus the Packers, he had 10 snaps. This week he had 17. His reps are going up every week, as I predicted. I think Leaf may have saved him being the starter at the slot because of that end around he was able to get early in the game that forced a big first down when we needed it on 2nd and long.
They're trying to put a little more.
So until Leaf falls off of that production of getting first downs, that's what's going to limit Tesla. And they said the only reason why Tesla's not getting more snaps is route running.
I like him, Joe. Jeremy, I still do.
Oh, I 100% love him. I mean, I call him coleslaw because if you leave him open, he's white and dangerous.
I need more points out of him, though, Joe. Or Jeremy. Jesus Christ, what the hell?
Yeah, I went into Joe's spot. It got you all screwed up, you know.
Maybe it threw me off because you went left.
There you go, D-Will. Devin Williams got a strikeout out there. That's good.
Tigers ended up losing the game 7-5 in the 10th. So Guardians get a little closer. Yeah, I know.
The Rangers are losing 6-1.
Oh, fucking Ash.
I talk about it with Joe, and it's like I talked about it on my show and everything. I don't mean to get off topic, but it's so crazy how like every sport league now, it's a copycat league. It never used to be like that, you know. It's crazy. Like all the four main sports now.
Hit it, Jeremy. Hit it. Like, hit it. Jeremy, hit it.
Oh, Smoking Dad's in the building.
Didn't really come up that good. But all right, we know the drill, Ken. Yeah, every time Jeremy's dad comes on, we play the music. Anyway, Rich,
all
what
I
else
know
you got?
is I just got myself. I got myself another starting running back for the next 4 weeks. I got Jordan Mason coming off my bench now. So
I saw you were scheduled to get 20 points this week. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, I can add him to Bucky Irving and Josh Jacobs. I'm already 2-0. So we'll see what happens. But
I didn't drop him. I didn't drop Jordan Mason. I never did.
Ooh, he's getting his.
The only one I dropped, I actually dropped Caleb Johnson. They just weren't. They're not using it.
Yeah, they're putting Gainwell back there because Tomlin loves the older people.
He never throws 96 on his fastball.
But no, man. I mean, power rankings. I wanted to get into the pennant race. I wanted to get into week 2, and I wanted to, for us to do our power rankings. And that anybody got any other stuff that is just,
Lions did set a franchise record. They did set a franchise record for average play of 8.8 yards. That's rushing and passing combined. The Lions did. They set a franchise record in that game of 8.8 yards per play.
Okay.
That is pretty damn amazing, actually.
It's pretty good.
Jim.
It is pretty
I don't know. I'm good right now. Man. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm good. I kind of need to go out anyway, so
Jeremy probably needs to smoke anyway.
Well, I will say I love my headline of that game. I don't know if you paid attention because I posted the article in the Driving to the Top chat there earlier. But it said,
you did? You posted an article? I didn't see it.
I posted it in there, and I called it "The Bears Get Demolished on Ben Johnson's Return to Motown." I posted the link right in there. It's just the link to the article.
When did you post it?
It's in the messenger thing?
Into our chat.
Or the South Florida Tribune?
Yep.
Oh, is that it? Oh, I didn't click on that.
That's me.
Okay. But now I know.
Realistically, you're not going to.
Well, let's see if I get Jake Browning off of waivers.
Are you back with them again, Jerm?
Say what?
Are you back with them?
Yes, I am. Just before the season started, we hashed out everything out.
Like
found out the source.
I can see they have unreasonable.
We found out the source of the issue, where the lies were coming from, and they're no longer with the Tribune. And I made a comment on one of the shows, and he called me after one of his shows, and we hatched everything out. So I'm back writing again this season.
Good. I'm glad. I bet you're happier again.
Oh yeah, because that was one of the reasons why I was down in the dumps this year. 3 years you've invested into. I mean, it's not my website, but it's investing my time into his website, my heart and effort, and a guy that called me brother. And it kind of really hurt that he accepted the words of a stranger as gospel and didn't approach me about
it. Good. Yeah, I'm ready to. I need to get a shower. I need to get out of here. I need to go to bed. Work comes early in the morning. Oh. Jeremy, I'm glad you're back with the Tribune. You're gonna have to So if you title them different, we'll be able to share it with more people. You know that, right?
Right.
Put it through the Twitter, and then put it.
I do put it on my Twitter, so it's there too.
Well, I mean, share it like that. That way, it comes across the group as you sharing it. That way, we can share it too.
Okay. That being said, I want to say thank you, everybody, for watching. I am from the Huddle Sports Network, the South Florida Tribune as a writer, and also my network, which is the Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions Network, where I go live 7 times on my own, 8 times on my own, twice with these guys. Good Lord. I'm 10 shows a week on my own.
That's because you're the man.
Getting wore out in my old age. Plus writing 3 articles a week.
I need you loser.
All right. I am at Sports Talking It on Twitter, guys. Obviously, you can get me there. You can get me here, Driving to the Top Productions on YouTube if you want to leave a message. Leave a comment. Hit the ring for notifications. Subscribe. Thanks. Help us grow. You can get me at Driving to the Top on Twitter as well. And yeah, that's every Tuesday we're here at 9, and me and Rich are live tomorrow night at 9 with the Pittsburgh Talk. And wait, I think we got 2 guests tomorrow. We're gonna be reviewing a little bit of that Seahawks game tomorrow, so we'll see from there. And Jamie,
Jamie, you're up.
All right, here we go. Enjoy the buckle your seatbelts, folks. This is going to be a bumpy ride. Anyway, you guys can follow me, yours truly, at Bill's Chat 1, at Bill's Mafia Chat, and also at Jamie Molloy, the unbiased journalist, at DJ Dog Tags on X. This forkball.com and the stadiumride.com, where I write about all sports. Thank you guys. You can also you can catch me here on Driving to the Top Productions every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Joe Dalio and I, we just wrapped up episode 4 of season 3. Episode 4, season 3 of the Buffalo Sports Conversation Room. Go to our YouTube channel for that. And you can catch me here every Tuesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. for Open Sports Mike with Ken the Bears fan, Jeremy, and all the guys from Driving to the Huddle, we like to call ourselves. We're merged, which is pretty cool in a way. And then you can catch me every Wednesday night, tomorrow night from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern time on Jeremy B's show, the Huddle Sports Network, NFL Roundtable Talk. Make sure to catch that show, guys, because we put a lot of humor and bold takes in there. You can catch us there on the on Roku TV, Fire Stick, YouTube, Facebook. Take your pick, or wherever you get your podcasts. Then you can catch me every Thursday night with Adam, Marcus, and Jeremy, as we will be doing season 3 of the UFL. How fast is that, though? Season 3 of alternate football, which is crazy. Anyway, thank you guys very much for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Driving to the Top Productions, for more content. Or don't forget to like, comment, ring the bell for notifications. For more content on Driving to the Top Productions, you can visit our YouTube page, Twitch stream, Facebook stream, actually wherever you consume your podcast. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next week right here on Open Mic Night on Driving to the Top Productions. See you next week, folks. Good night, everybody.
If I didn't know better, I'd swear he's got all that stuff written down. If I didn't know better, that's what I'm saying. If I didn't know better, I'd swear he had that stuff written down. You can get me on Twitter, Big Rich 8371, or on Facebook, just my name, Rich Richardson. Monday nights, I gotta get back to the playoffs for NASCAR on Monday night, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 2 tire change. Wednesday night, tomorrow night, me and the guy in the bottom right corner there, we do a thing called Steel City Sports Talk. And we talk all kind of Pittsburgh sports. We mainly do Steelers and Pirates. Talk a little Penguins every now and then. Talk a little Pitt Panthers every now and then. But we do our best to try to keep it contained to Pittsburgh sports. So and we have a good time doing that. Got a couple of guests tomorrow night, so we'll be able to talk about the Seahawks game with them. But I appreciate all these guys. Appreciate everything that y'all do when you're, being a part of these broadcasts and the broadcasts that y'all do on your own. And I appreciate everybody that's been listening, watching tonight. Until next Tuesday night, right here, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, for another open mic night. My name is Big Rich. So long, everybody.